Hey everyone, it's Flora. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for your patience. I realize this comparison video is coming out a little later than normal, but like I mentioned in my last video, I will be adding something special at the end of the video. So today I will be doing a review and manga comparison of Fruits Basket Season 2 Episode 8. And it was really great. I really liked this episode. It might have not been as dramatic as episode 7 with the meteor shower scene, which was so gorgeous, but this episode had a lot of really good build up and gave us a little bit more insight on some characters. And I think everything is just going along really well, and it's definitely building up for episode 9 next week and episode 10 even. So I'm very excited to see what happens next. This video is a little bit longer because at the end I will be reacting to the episode 9 preview images that are being released, and I'm very excited to see them. So if you want to stick around until then, I would really appreciate it. Episode 8 moves into volume 11 of the Tokyo Pop manga in chapters 60 and 61. And just like the previous episode, this episode followed the manga really well. There were a few changes or things that weren't in it that I will highlight in the video later, but for now, I think they're doing a great job and I'm really enjoying the anime so far. So first, I'll be doing a quick summary of chapters 60 and 61, and then I will do a manga comparison of the episode itself. And then at the end, I will be reacting to the screenshot images for episode 9, which is released next Monday. Everything will be spoiler free up until the very end. After I show the screenshots, I might have a few minutes where I talk about the spoilers. But don't worry, I'll put in a warning beforehand so everyone knows to head out if they have to. Thank you all so much, and alright, let's get started. Episode 8 was an amazing calm before the storm episode. For those who are watching the series for the first time, I'm sure you've heard that in the next episode, something big is gonna happen. Now that everyone is forced to see Akito during their summer vacation, Toru and Kyo are left behind. This episode followed the manga wonderfully and provided some interesting backstory, great characterization, new mysteries, and some genuine nice moments. Rin made another appearance as well, and whatever she's trying to do, it seems that she's willing to risk everything to achieve it. Toru definitely has a lot on her mind now, especially of Yuki and Kyo, and wanting to support them. Everyone wants to protect Toru from whatever Akito is planning, and it's clear that things are building up during this amazing arc of the season. Chapter 60 begins with one more panel of Toru and Yuki from the last chapter, where it mentions that this moment was the symbol of an end and a new beginning. Then it shifts to Rin, who is staying at Kagura's house. Kagura asks if she wants to go to the summer home with everyone, but they have an argument and Rin leaves. After finding out that Akito is also there, Kagura stays behind. The scene then shifts to Toru, who is lost in thought, and Kyo staying at the summer home while everyone is off visiting Akito, and Hatori stops by to check on them. Not wanting to make Kyo worry, she asks him if he wants to build sandcastles at the beach. Next, Shigure and Yuki have a conversation, where Shigure asks Yuki what Akito said to him yesterday, to which Yuki only says, "the truth." Akito and Haru are alone and have a talk, and when Haru brings up Toru meeting Kureno, Akito gets annoyed. It shifts to Kyo and Toru having a good time at the beach, and everyone gets back and greets them. Yuki approaches Toru and apologizes for the things he said the night before, to which she disagrees, saying that his words must have been very important. Yuki glances at Kyo, then leads towards Toru to whisper in her ear that he will tell her everything someday. She gets flustered, and then Yuki warns Kyo to not lose his temper if he sees Akito, because it could send sparks flying at Toru. The chapter ends with Akito asking Kureno if he would like to meet Toru. Chapter 61 starts with Rin arriving at the ocean near the summer home. Shigure and Hatori watch as Akito and Kureno go outside for a walk, and the two wonder if they are headed to see Toru. Kureno listens to Akito bad-mouthing Toru, and when Akito says that as long as they are there, Toru will be left all alone, he says that she's not alone because Kyo is with her. It cuts to Toru and Kyo, who are enjoying time together at the beach again, and after Toru asks about the cat's rosary, Kyo shares some history about it. The truth is shocking to her, and she grabs Kyo's hand to comfort him, but a wave suddenly hits them. They have a cute moment that Akito and Kureno watch from afar, and Akito says that the biggest misunderstanding is that monster, referring to Kyo. Yuki, who snuck out, is relieved to see Akito and Kureno heading back, and then he spots Rin from afar. Toru and Kyo go back to the house, and everything that she recently learned is on her mind. While doing laundry, she runs into Rin, who is transformed into a horse from feeling sick. Yuki runs into them, and when asked if she wants to see Hatori, Rin gets aggressive and transforms back into a human, and orders Yuki to not tell anyone that she was there. She says that the reason why she is there is none of his business, and after Toru hands her some clothes, she runs off. Yuki tells her not to worry and that he'll be back later, and Toru smiles and says that she'll wait for him. Having seen that Rin is the horse, Toru starts to wonder if Akito is the last zodiac, the rooster. Rin thinks about seeing Toru and gets upset, and the last scene is of Akito telling Shigure and Hatori to bring Kyo with them the next day. Alright, that's it for the summary. Let's move on to the episode. The first scene of the episode is of Kagura and Rin at the beginning of chapter 60, and it was followed exactly. I'm glad that we got more insight on where Rin is staying after being in the hospital, and Rin getting right to the point and telling Kagura to stop playing pretend love to Kyo was definitely a bold thing to say, and she does not hold back. Then it shifts back to a flashback of Yuki and Toru the night before during the meteor shower moment. I noticed that the anime skipped this one line of Yuki saying, "When my lips touched her lovingly, it was the symbol of the end and a new beginning." The rest is basically followed the same, minus this one shot in the manga of Yuki leaning into Toru, and continues with Toru processing everything that happened. The next morning, Hatori stops by to check up on Toru and Kyo, and this scene was followed exactly. I just love Hatori's character. He's such a genuinely good person, and I always look forward to his scenes. One thing I've noticed is that the anime's version of Hatori doesn't always cover his almost blind left eye as much as the manga does. Either way though, I think his design looks great. The next scene with Shigure and Yuki is also followed well, with the same dialogue. I really liked how they added background noise like the cicadas. It really adds to the summer atmosphere, and it's another level of detail that the anime can provide. Shigure has definitely had some interesting moments so far this season, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of his character unfold as we move forward in the series. The next scene with Akito and Haru was followed really well, but it's also hard to see because just like with Yuki, Akito says cruel things and talks down to Haru. I can tell that Akito is getting on every watcher's nerves at this point. After this, it skips to Toru and Kyo on the beach, and I thought that the voice acting was done really well here. I liked hearing the tone in Kyo's voice when he jokingly said, "Senpai, you suck at this." The music here was so pretty too. I really liked how the anime followed this scene with Toru and Yuki. It's interesting because I feel like the anime does a good job with keeping Yuki's feelings still sort of ambiguous at this point. But with the manga, I feel like his scenes with her up until now can be more easily seen in a romantic light. No manga spoilers here, but when I first read the manga, I didn't know that the "I love you" quote when he's supposed to say "you're so dear to me" was a translation error, so I assumed his actions were romantic like in this scene. For example, in the manga, there's an additional panel here of Yuki glancing over at Kyo to make sure he's not looking before touching Toru's hair and whispering into her ear. However you want to look at it, Yuki was definitely smooth and being a flirt in this scene. Since I've noticed some translation errors in the Tokyo Pop manga, I would still trust the anime's translation over the others now. That's one thing that I'm always really excited for with each episode. Yeah, even though I know what's going to happen, it's my first time hearing the actual Japanese script, along with it being animated for the first time, and I love seeing the anime's take on each chapter. The next scene with Kureno threw me off for a second. I thought, wait, he has a laptop now? I like this added characterization. But if you look closely in the manga, it looks like he has a laptop there too. I never noticed that before. Then it shows Rin arriving at the beach at night, and I thought this shot was really cool. In the manga, chapter 61 starts with Rin arriving the next morning, and some people on the street notice that she's clearly not looking well. The next few scenes follow the manga pretty much exactly, minus Shigure smoking, as well as Hatori at the end of the episode. I thought that the scene with Kureno and Akito walking followed the manga especially well, and I can't get over how the music while Akito is on screen adds so much to the atmosphere. I literally get tense and chilled seeing these scenes. Not to mention, the voice acting is top notch. Another one of my favorite Kyo and Toru scenes is this one at the beach. I just love how they're always comfortable opening up to each other, and the expressions Kyo has been giving Toru lately are just so heartwarming. This scene was done so well. I'll admit, I think I like Kyo's expression a little better here in the manga, but I still love the scene. The anime does this a lot, but I like how they flip certain scenes so that it's opposite the manga. You can tell that they really care about giving the manga justice, but also have that freedom to do their own spin on scenes. Another difference I noticed is that in the manga, there's an additional shot of Akito looking down, deep in thought. Now we move into the Rin scene, and wow, this part was spot on. The dialogue was followed exactly, and it definitely added to the mystery and build-up that has been piling up this entire beach arc. One of the last scenes in this episode is of Rin getting upset and kicking the sand. I'm curious what newcomers think of this scene. Do you think she's upset that she was found out? In the manga, it's still uncertain at this point, but with a couple added panels, we get more context. Something about seeing Toru upset her. and in time we'll know if that's the case or not. Whatever her intentions are, clearly she is putting all of herself into this effort, even to the point of reaching her limits. Overall, we can sense that something big is going to happen soon. When Toru wonders if Akito is the last zodiac, the rooster, I think the manga teased this idea more by showing feathers in this last shot with Akito. At this point, Toru still doesn't know about Kureno, who Akito and Haru mention is also a member of the zodiac. One thing's for sure, when Toru finds out more about Akito, things are definitely going to change. Gosh, what an amazing episode. I just can't wait for episode 9. This beach arc is building up to these next couple episodes and it's going to be so emotional and breathtaking. I am just so excited. Alright, that's it with my manga comparison. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and the rest of the video I will be talking about the screenshots that will be released for episode 9. So if you'd like to stick around and see those with me, I will be reacting to them, and oh my gosh, I am so excited for episode 9. All I know is that episode 9 will be on chapters 62 and 63, which means that episode 10 will probably be 64 and 65. I sense that the anime will just keep going with the beach arc until it's over because a lot's happened and built up and it's about to go down. Alright, let's take a look at those episode 9 screenshots. Hey everyone, happy Friday! So the preview images are now up and I put them in the tabs up here, so I have not seen any of them yet. I blocked my screen so I wouldn't see, and I'm really excited, but I'm also very nervous. This episode is very anticipated and I'm just really nervous. Okay, well we'll start with the first picture now. Okay. Alright, so this is a picture that was already shown in the trailer for season 2. Okay. There was an additional scene in the trailer, if you all remember, of Kyo walking to Toru on the beach and he sees her from afar. So it's assumed that this could be related to that scene. They're wearing the same clothes. I'm sorry if I'm not as talkative with the preview pictures. I don't really have much commentary because I've read the manga, so I know what's happening, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just gonna keep going and react to the pictures. Okay. This was also in the trailer. It's the same background as the one with Kyo looking, so it's yeah. Oh my god. Okay, picture 3. Okay. Alright, so I'm not sure what scene this is exactly, but it's obviously Shigure. I'm not sure if this is at the summer home. It looks like it, because I feel like the annex that Akito is staying at is a little more traditional style, but it could be the same building. I'm not sure where he's having this line. Okay, all right. Next one. Oh, okay. See the background? It's definitely a more traditional style home, so I'm thinking that this is happening where Akito is staying, because obviously everyone has to be there now that Akito is there. And yeah, I know exactly what scene this is. Okay. All right. I feel like the anime does a really good job with having the total atmosphere of the scene change when Akito is there. Like, it literally gets more intense and like serious. And just looking at this picture, I can sense that whatever scene this is gonna be tense. All right, next one. Oh man. All right, yeah, continued. So clearly something is about to go down. There is some sort of serious conversation happening, and it looks like it's where Akito is staying. And we know from episode 8 that Akito requested Kyo come the next day, so they might be having a conversation here. And knowing Akito, it's probably not very good. Alright, next picture. Oh. Huh, okay. Okay, you know what? I think I remember seeing this image on a trailer. I don't think it was released in English. It was one of the DVD trailers for season 2. So this purple swirly magic, whatever is around the hand, I'm guessing that's a hand, that is something that's not in the manga, so this is new to me. I'm assuming that the anime is adding some sort of supernatural element to Akito, and yeah, I think that's interesting. I like it. I think it adds to the series. Like I said, I'm really happy with the anime so far, and even if they make little changes, I don't mind because it is an adaptation, and I think it'll be cool to have a more curse-like or magical power from Akito directly. Okay. Our next one. Oh my god. Oh, this is so painful to look at. Oh my gosh. That face. This hurts me. Yeah, okay. So if we're looking carefully at the background, you can kind of tell that this is the same room that Akito is in, and whatever him and Akito are talking about, it's definitely getting serious and heated, and just the look on his face, like he just looks so distraught, and this episode is gonna break me. It's gonna break everyone, okay? So I'm just letting you all know, if Fruits Basket makes you emotional, please bring tissues or something, because you're probably gonna cry in this episode. I won't say too much, but everything is leading up to this episode and the one after that, and Fruits Basket will not be the same afterwards, so make sure you're mentally ready to handle these episodes, and yeah, it's gonna be really good though. Like, Fruits Basket is still Fruits Basket, it's just part of the reasons why I love the beach arc so much is that this arc signifies a huge shift in the series, like in terms of tone. Like, it's still gonna have its happy, fun moments, but there's an overall more serious feel to Fruits Basket. So after this beach arc is over, it's definitely gonna feel more dramatic, more intense, and yeah. There's a perfect example of a scene where it is starting to already be at that point. Okay, next one. Oh my god! Why they gotta show these? Okay. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what line this is. I think I know. Obviously, he's very upset this entire time. We saw from the last picture to this picture, he's clearly very upset with what's being talked about, and yeah, this is gonna be a really hard scene to watch. I can already tell. It's hard to read, it's gonna be harder to watch. Alright, next one. Yeah, this breaks my heart. Like, Kyo, if I had to pick a favorite character, it would probably be Kyo, but I really like Kyo, Toru, and Momiji and Yuki. They're probably my favorites. Yeah, this is gonna be heartbreaking. Oh yeah. Okay, kind of spoilerish, but we did see a scene like this in the Fruits Basket trailer for season 2. There's a scene where Kyo is running and he's talking about there are people that will hold their hand out to you, and then you see a woman's hand reach the top of his head, so it must be this one, the same scene. I'm sure you all recognize the person, but if it's still unsure to you, this is Toru's mom, Kyoko. And so it is confirmed that he did meet her at some point when he was a kid. And I won't say anything else, but this is the first time the manga shows that Kyo did meet Toru's mom when he was little, so this is a big reveal. I'm surprised that the preview images are showing that, but then again, the trailer already kind of showed it too, so just to confirm, this is not Kyo's mom. We already saw Kyo's mom in season 1 when he had the True Form arc. So yeah, this adds another level of mystery, because now people who are watching the series for the first time are gonna wonder, wait, how did Kyo know Kyoko, and how did they meet, and what did she say to him? And you'll just have to wait and see. They will reveal some stuff in this episode, but obviously Fruits Basket likes to hang on to some secrets and reveal them later on, so don't expect everything to be answered right now. I'm not ready for the last picture. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, here we go. Aww. Okay, so this is another image from the trailer. I'm glad they're not releasing too much outside of the trailer, so that's good, because there's a lot that people will be surprised about in this episode. And okay, so if we look here, and the very first one, this is the same scene, just different angles. So Kyo grabs Toru's hand and she's looking at him, and now she's smiling here, but so notice here he does not have a mark on his face, or here, but when you look at this picture he's got something on his cheek. So I will not reveal what happens, but just be prepared for some emotional things to happen. Yeah, wow, this episode's gonna be a lot. Get ready. Episode 10 will also be a lot. So the one that intrigues me the most is this picture, because this is definitely different from the manga, and I'm excited to see what they do with this purple supernatural element. I think it's a nice addition, and I'm really excited to see it animated. It'll be really cool. Alright, that's it for the preview images. I definitely liked all of them. A lot of them were repeats from the trailers that I've seen for Fruits Basket Season 2, so luckily they haven't revealed too much, but it was really cool to see some new angles, and just to see the emotion on Kyo's face. It breaks my heart, and I'm really excited for this episode, but I'm also really nervous because just reading the chapter makes me emotional, and I'm sure watching it animated will make me even more emotional. I'm so nervous. But yeah, I am very excited for this episode. It's gonna be amazing. Even though it looks sad, it will be amazing. And the episode after that will also be a lot. So I'm not gonna say anything, but just get ready, okay? Get ready for the next couple episodes, and basically things in Fruits Basket will feel different after this beach arc, for sure. Thank you all so much for watching my manga comparison review and my reaction to the preview images. I really appreciate it, and if you want to stick around, I will be talking at the very end about some manga spoilers regarding the preview images, so I will put the warning beforehand to make sure that everyone heads out before that. But thank you all so much for watching. I am so excited for episode 9. It is one of my favorite moments in the entire series. I will probably have a lot to say when it comes out next week, so get ready. If you're interested in checking out any of my other content, I also stream on Twitch on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, and all of my social media links are in the description below if you feel like following me on any of those. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I would love the support. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on Monday with episode 9. Oh my gosh, bye! Okay, now I will be talking about content from the manga that has not shown up in the anime, so warning you now. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's take a look at the preview images and we'll talk about manga spoilers. Alright, so I'm gonna have the manga with me right here while I compare. Okay, so this first image is the last shot of chapter 63 when Kyo says his last line internally when he says he wants to be near her until he has to go away. So this is the scene where Kyo shows up at the beach and she looks at him. Oh, this scene is gonna be so good. It is literally one of my favorite scenes of Fruits Basket. Like when he looks at her and he realizes like his feelings. Oh my god. I love them so much. Like I'll admit I did ship her with Yuki too. I did like both ideas, but I always kind of lean towards Kyo a little bit more. Maybe that's because I thought he was the hat boy, and also I liked the chemistry they had a little better than Yuki. But this is the scene where I decided 100% I want her to be with Kyo, and that has not changed. So I'm trying to figure out where that is. I think it's when I think this is the scene where Yuki says he could never hate her, referring to Kyo when he told Akito that he didn't like Toru. Which obviously is not true. He just said that to shut Akito up. This is the talk with Kyo. Yep, more talking. See, this is interesting. I know this is during the talk with Kyo, but I'm curious to see at what moment this is. This is still heartbreaking to look at. I can't even look at that. Okay, this is where Kyo is already crying, so I'm thinking this is now into chapter 63, after he realizes his feelings, because that's where he has tears on his face here. So I'm thinking this is towards the end of their conversation. Oh, okay, I know this one. This is this shot right here. See that? I'm pretty sure that's the shot at the very end of their conversation. Ugh, this is gonna be so heartbreaking. Okay, this is also chapter 63, when Kyo leaves Akito and he's on his way back to the summer home, and he has this memory of when he met Kyoko. Wow, this is like exact. Look at this. Yeah, this is pretty spot on. And then, like, the last picture is the last scene. I'm so excited. All I know is that I'm very excited, and I'm really excited for newcomers to see this episode for the first time. It's like, it's groundbreaking. I really think this episode is groundbreaking in the series. Like, it's one of my top moments, if not my top moment. I can't wait. Alright, thank you all so much for sticking around. I hope you had fun, and I will be back on Monday with episode 9 reaction. Alright everyone, take care, bye!